I'm Nicolette.
And I'm Michael.
And this is our tiny house.
This video is sponsored by Dylan McGaster. Check out our new channel by clicking the link and be sure to subscribe.
I have wanted to build a tiny house for the last 6 years.
A long time.
Before I met Michael, and then I met him and gave him the idea, and it took a little bit of warming up, but eventually he was really excited about it.
I just thought it'd be a really cool experience. You know, it'd be a chance to learn about a lot of different things and utilities and all these kind of things that I really didn't know about, wanted to learn about. Plus, financially, it made a lot more sense for us. As if we could do the labor, it would save us a lot of money versus having it done for us.
We didn't know how to start. We didn't know what we were doing. So we did this whole thing based off YouTube. We had no construction background whatsoever.
7 months.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Yeah.
A lot more hours in the last couple of months than the first like 5. But.
Yeah, at the last 2 months, we both quit our jobs and knew we had to just give it everything we had if we were going to finish it in time.
Yeah.
So we would spend like 14, 15, 16-hour days out here. Came here before the sun got up and left when it went down. And that's how we got most of it done in that last couple months.
Yeah. So this is the tiny house. We are 28 feet long, 13.5 feet tall, and 8.5 feet wide. We're built on a trailer with 2 7,000-pound axles, so we're rated to 14,000 pounds total. We estimate our weight to be between 10 and 12,000 pounds. For our siding, we went with partially metal siding and partially T111 board. We went with this because it's 8 by 4 foot sheets, so it's really easy to install. We just had to paint it and slap it on there. And we wanted the kind of sleeker look of the metal as well, so we went with a little bit of both. And over here, this little box off the back is Nicolette's reading nook, as she calls it. She really wanted a space where she could kind of sit and read, and it's kind of turned into her kind of craft center for her little Etsy shop that she runs. There are these little beams down here for supports, but these aren't doing most of the work. Most of the work is just done by how it's framed, so it's actually held on mostly by the wall. So in the front here, we just kind of have some utilities. Here are our propane tanks. We have 2 tanks, and when one runs out, automatically switches to the other. And then this just runs to the water heater here and to the stove inside the range for the oven and the stove. In here, we have our water heater. It's just a Rinnai on-demand water heater. So all it takes is cold water in, gives hot water out, and propane in. And this thing's great. It's pretty much unlimited hot water as long as you have propane. But for our plumbing, we used all PEX pipe, just a plastic pipe, and it comes with all kinds of connectors and crimps together for the secure connection there. It was super easy to work with, super cheap. We could do it all ourselves, obviously. It was a lot less work than going with metal piping and having to solder it and everything. So we actually just attached that to the flashing underneath and passed pipes up through the floor whenever we needed it for the sinks and showers. But for our water hookup, we just are given a 3/4 inch line from the spot that we're parked at. We use PEX pipe to connect that, and we have a little inlet underneath the house. So just a couple feet of pipe connects that right up, and we have water ready to go, pressurized from the line that's provided for us. Electrical is kind of the same, and we just plug right in, and this cord runs to the other side of the house, and we just plug it underneath the house as well, and that gives us all the electricity we need right from this pole.
Hey guys, welcome to the inside of our tiny house. Come on in. So when you come into the tiny house, we have the kitchen first. We did a full-size fridge. We're both vegan, so a lot of our food needs to be refrigerated, so that's why we went with that option. And when you come around the corner, we have our pantry. We did open shelves. I really like seeing everything that I have when it comes to clothes, food, anything in the tiny house. We have our 3/4 size range. It has 4 burners. The oven part is really big inside, which we absolutely love. We do a lot of cooking, so it's really important for me to have this instead of anything smaller, and it fits really well in the space for us. And then moving on, we have our little kitchenette. We bought this from IKEA. We were originally going to do cabinets in the house, but for price reasons and just time-wise for our building process, it didn't work out. So we got this to be a temporary fix and then fell in love with it. And then if you continue on, this is our bathroom. Pretty small, but it works for us. So we have a composting toilet, our sink right here, and a shower on the other side. We got the Nature's Head composting toilet and we absolutely love it. It's split into 2 different compartments. So the poop goes into one compartment and then the pee is separated into something else. So you have to take out the pee portion of it every 2 or 3 days, depending on how often you're using it. And then when it comes to the poop portion, you don't have to do that for like once a month. We do it like once every month and a half, which is really nice. And inside you can use kind of different things, but we use a coconut husk to go in the bottom of it, and that helps with the composting process. So our shower, we just bought it from Home Depot. It's totally like a normal size shower. Anyone can get this size shower, and it really works for us. Michael is 6'2", so we needed something tall, and he also wanted like that waterfall head because he thought that'd be fun. This barnyard door we actually built ourselves. We were looking for ones and they were just way out of our price range, so we thought we built the house so we could build a barnyard door together. So we love this. Built this part, bought these little pieces, and slides over and completely covers the bathroom. So this is my desk. I work from home. I have like a little Etsy shop, so I do a lot of work sitting at this desk right here. And then this is Michael's desk. He is a big video game guy. He built his own computer, has like the whole 2-screen thing going on, and he's also a student at Cal up in Berkeley. So we use these spaces a lot to do work, and he studies here a lot. We are really big TV and movie people, so we knew that we wanted a pretty big size TV in the house. So we decided on this one, and it's really cool because it comes out like this. So when I'm like on the other side of the house in the kitchen or even in the loft, we can watch like movies from bed, or like when I'm cooking, I can watch TV. So we really love that it spins out like that. Another thing that I knew I wanted was a fireplace. I didn't know that I was gonna get this lucky and get one this big. It's actually a gel flame fireplace, so it just burns off of these really simple cans right here. Burns off of like 3 of these at a time. So it is real fire, but it doesn't produce smoke, so we didn't have to ventilate it. This is our little reading nook. I also really wanted this in the house. It's bumped out on the house, so the trailer technically ends right here, and this was like an added-on addition. Very cute in there. Right now I have a lot of my craft things. We can sit in there and read. It's just a super cozy spot in the house that I absolutely love. So when it came to our closet, it was really important for us to have it completely open. A lot of people don't go that route, but we wanted to, just to be able to see everything that we have. We did cut down on our clothing a lot when moving into the tiny house, but we didn't feel the need to basically own like 5 shirts. We kind of wanted a little bit more than that. So I built this clothing rack out of just like plumbing pipe from Home Depot, and it gives the real like industrial vibe in here. We absolutely love it. Hang all of our hanging clothes up there, and it's super strong, built into the walls. Now this is the loft up here, probably my favorite space in the whole entire house. It's super, super cozy. We have a metal roof, so when it rains, it's like just beautiful, the sound that it makes up here. We have a full-size mattress, which we feel is plenty of space for us. We could have went bigger, but we wanted the loft to feel a bit more open. The mattress is just on the floor of the loft. We did that for a reason, so that we could sit up in bed. These are our dehumidifiers. We have one up in the loft and one downstairs. And when we first moved into the house, we had a slight mold problem, which I feel like is not talked about too often in the tiny house community. We weren't getting enough air circulation in the house. Even with just having windows open, it's such a small space and the air doesn't move around correctly, and it can cause mold. Did a bunch of research and bought these little guys off Amazon for like $50 each. There are more permanent solutions, but they're a lot more expensive. So we just went with 2 dehumidifiers, and it has completely healed our moisture issue in the tiny house. The air is circulating much better and no longer have any issues. I think it's super important to have big dreams, and that's what this started like for me. But like I said, it was 6 years in the making, and I also think that it's really important to plan ahead and make sure that this is the lifestyle that you want to live. We don't feel like we need to give anything up to live this lifestyle. We have a full closet, we have a full kitchen, we have a full bathroom, like things like that, and because that was our priorities.
Yeah, it's really important to choose like what's important to you. Like we have like, you know, the high-speed internet, and I have my whole desk with my computer and everything, and that's not something that traditionally would go in a tiny house. It takes up a lot of space, but it was important to us and we made it happen.
As close as we were going into it, we became so much closer, like as people and as a couple living in the tiny house, because yeah, you're in 300 square feet, like there's not that much space. So you really learn someone inside and out. And I think that was a huge added benefit when it comes to living in a tiny house.
I'm not sure if I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I do or what exactly it is, but I love being in there. Like I can be in there all day and I just like love every second of it. It's a really just great space to hang out.
We kind of never leave. Like, we're always in the tiny house because we love it so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. And I wanted to let you know, if you haven't heard, that we started a second channel. So if you're interested in seeing more of what we've made, things along the lines of adventure, travel, philosophy, click the link in the description below, or click this link right here with my face on it and check out our new channel, Dylan McGaster. And if you enjoy it, consider subscribing. So, big love. Have a great week.